And welcome into week 3 of Friday Night Blitz here on Fox Carolina. Hey there, I'm Aaron Cheslock. We'll begin as we always do with tonight's game of the week. Wren against Daniel, and our game of the week, as always, sponsored by Toyota of Greer. And if we're talking about game of the week, we're talking about our own sports anchor, Amanda Keene, joining us live from the sidelines of Daniel High School. Amanda, this game was arguably the best of the entire season last year. Set up as a pretty good one on paper this year as well.
Absolutely, Aaron. But coming into today, it was kind of crummy weather. It was drizzling out, the ball was wet, the field was wet. So that kind of made for a little bit of a sloppy first and second quarters. But these two teams knew that they were going up against someone really difficult. So they had to get those jitters out of the way, but then it really picked up towards the end.
It's senior night for the Lions as their families and football seniors were honored pregame, socially distanced, of course, but then it was game time. Daniel defense comes out strong when Wren decides to go for it on fourth down. It was a sack for a huge loss, and Daniel is going to take over on downs. Still the first quarter, 9:20 left. The Lions then bobble the ball. It's fumbled, and there's a huge pileup. At the bottom, though, is a Wren Hurricane with the ball, and they get another crack at the offense. But right away, the ball pops out again. But Wren is able to recover that one, and they keep going. The weather making things a little tricky, though, so they do have to punt it away. Then Wren will get a little momentum a few plays later when Noah Staples goes on a huge run, 50 yards, until he is finally brought down at the end, and that puts them in really good position at the Daniel 40-yard line. So as time ticks down on the first quarter, though, they have to settle for a field goal, and the kick is up, and it is good. 3-0 Hurricanes. Second quarter, little over 8 minutes left. Lions quarterback Trent Perlman launches it and finds Josiah Benson in the end zone for the touchdown. It's going to be 7-3 Daniel after the kick. Head coach of the Clemson Tigers, Dabo Sweeney, in attendance, gives us a little wave, and the two teams continue to grind it out for the rest of this rainy game.
Daniel goes on to win this one 30-10, and I'm here with Coach Rooster. Coach, we saw in those highlights that everybody just watched, it was kind of a sloppy beginning. It almost seemed like maybe the weather was starting to get to both teams a little bit. How did you overcome that?
Well, I think you could attribute that to a lot of things. I think a little bit was weather. I think a lot of it was the fact that you had two juggernauts about to face off, and so they played a little tentative, trying to feel each other out as common opponents. We knew what they were capable of. They knew what we were capable of. So the filling out process mixed with the weather had a lot to do with it.
And your seniors were able to get recognized pregame. How special is it for you to see them actually be able to play their senior year, and not only that, but to get the win?
Well, I'm just very appreciative. This is something that we weren't sure was going to happen, and now that it is, we're not taking this opportunity for granted. So every opportunity that we get, not only with these seniors, but with this entire team, and not being stopped for COVID, I think it's just a very good thing going on right now, and so we're very appreciative of how much time that we're getting to spend around these kids.
And finally, you just took down the reigning state champs. Does that almost add to the win a little bit more, knowing that, they're so successful in the past?
Well, I told the team all week, we knew exactly what we were up against, and kudos to Coach Tate and what he's been able to do over there. But at the end of the day, we're still chasing. He had a chance to realize the ultimate goal last year, and we're still chasing. And so until we reach that ultimate goal, we're playing from a standpoint of the underdog.
Great, Coach. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way. We're going to send it back inside to Aaron with some more highlights. Aaron?